If there was no religion, would each of us have an inner critic? The inner critic is that voice inside of us that says, "You're not good enough," or "Shame on you." When I coach a person, I ask them, who's the voice of that inner critic? And invariably, that voice is from a parent. So where do parents get the idea that shaming their kids is a good idea? Where else would they get it but religion? Religion tells us this is good, this is bad, we're right, and everyone else is wrong, and everyone else is going to hell. So basically, parents shame their kids because they love their kids and they don't want them going to hell like everybody else. And even non-religious parents are under cultural norms that have a religious foundation that says, be normal or be ostracized. And since parents don't want their kids to be the nerdy ones shunned on the playground, they shame them into being one of the cool kids. Thus that prevalence of the shame spiral and the inner critic voice. In the biblical story of Adam and Eve, they wanted to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. They wanted to know what was right and what was wrong. They wanted rules to measure themselves as righteous rather than have to do so in the messiness of relationship. And religion does the same today. It gives us rules so we can feel like the super self-righteous cool kids, and thus we shame our children so they don't become the ones we marginalize. Repeat this religious cycle for generations and you get America today. A country in severe mental health crisis because we've spent decades telling our girls, be pure, don't tempt those boys and those men. And telling our boys, don't throw like a girl, don't run like a girl, don't cry like a girl, and for God's sakes, don't show any emotion that might look effeminate. And so many American human beings are dying inside because they can't live up over the shame of the standards their parents set for them. The religious inner critic is winning the argument. John Lennon once sang, "Imagine there's no heaven and no religion too." If we didn't have religion, if we didn't eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, would parents have the weapons or the reasons to heap shame upon their kids? Without religion, would there be an inner critic? Imagine.